We're wacky.
Wacky Wednesday.
I'm just in a silly, goofy mood. I think I'm getting hot flashes.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That time of year. Hello and welcome back to the Croak and Crow podcast. I am Spencer Cartier.
I am King Oscar of King of Sardines. Can we do that one again?
No.
Okay, it's fine.
I refuse to fix any of your problems
it's
anymore.
It's fine.
Too long now have I been looking out for all your mistakes.
It's fine.
And my mistakes.
People have to know.
Oh yeah. Nowadays I only censor myself.
Okay.
Not censor myself, but if I like sneeze, if you sneeze, it's
Okay.
in. People like that about us.
Okay.
And this here is Frank repping his Philadelphia track. What would you call that? That's not like, is track jacket like a
With stripes on it.
Well, no material, or is it just
You throw it on
the
after
style?
you ran track.
Because that's like the style,
Track
like, you
and
know, like an
field.
Adidas track jacket. Anyway, Philadelphia green because the Eagles won on Sunday.
Philadelphia because tomorrow is the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yes,
And it's the oldest in the country.
Really, Philadelphia's.
Yeah.
Amen to that. So I guess we all now we gotta say, oh, I'm wearing green too, and you're wearing green. Go Eagles!
I think we wear green a lot.
It's
because
our
we're
favorite
Irish.
color. Yeah. So guys, it's Thanksgiving Eve.
It's Thanksgiving Eve. Normally, if it's a holy day,
Yeah.
this would be a day of fasting. So
It probably still is a day of fasting in a way.
for Thanksgiving,
Yeah, it's like tomorrow's the big day.
yeah, because like you know the fishes dinner that the Italians have Christmas Eve.
Yeah, 7 fishes.
Yeah.
Night of 7 fishes.
Mm-hmm. That's because Christmas Eve is supposed to be a fasting day because the holy day, meaning you know how Catholics don't eat meat on
Yes.
like Fridays of Lent and so forth. So it's like, well, we could eat fish.
Oh, the Italians always know how to find the loopholes.
Yeah. And that's why I was King Oscar, who is
King of the Sardines.
King of Sardines. And also, if you look at one of our shorts, where would we be located? I'm thinking when we're actually on the page.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Well, you think it'd be recommended or you have to go to our page?
I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
it's beside us.
Yeah, well, if you go into the recommended, then we're... No, there. No, there. Yeah, there. But if you're going to our page, there.
Okay. So we had a pre Thanksgiving because your brother's working on Thanksgiving.
It's working so that you guys can eat.
I don't eat turkey, so he
Made
in addition
tofurkey.
to turkey for everyone else, he made fish, and it was a steelhead trout, and that's the short. The video you can watch. The short video is it got shipped. Do you know what a steelhead trout is?
Well, I think he was telling me, but I was I don't know.
listening.
Yeah, I think I was playing chess at the time. But I believe it is a normal trout, which lives in rivers and streams, and it made it to the big ocean. You know, like the Big Apple. You made it out of your small town.
Right.
It made it to the big ocean and became a whole different fish.
Steelhead.
And it turns into a steelhead, grows exponentially larger than a regular trout.
Yeah.
And the consistency turns into more of a salmon, which makes sense because that's a muscular fish.
And a cold water fish. Yeah. If it had stayed in the stream, it would just remain a rainbow trout, which you hear about a lot. The steelhead trout, not only does it leave its little town and go to the big ocean, he comes back, he or she, I don't know what a fish is, comes back to spawn, and it's the stream it was birthed in.
And now is it spawning just regular trout?
Yeah, props. I don't know. Now you're getting in depth.
The circle.
It is National Sardine Day, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you start with that?
I don't know.
How
what
do you
happened?
feel about sardines?
What?
How do you feel about sardines?
I don't like them.
I can successfully say, and I know a lot of people are going to come at this and say, well, then how do you know you don't like it? I've never had a sardine and I never will.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I never had a sardine I didn't like.
I've never had a sardine I didn't like. No, I've never had a sardine. I never will.
What kind of parents did you have? They didn't
Good ones, I think.
They didn't expose you to all of the delicacies.
Well, no, because some of my siblings, they like the sardines. But
one of your siblings.
Yeah, but
and
why?
that, I don't know how.
Well, you know, people...
Probably from his grandfather.
Do people still put sardines on pizza?
Oh, anchovies?
Anchovies. That's what I'm thinking of.
Anchovies.
What's the difference?
It's different fish.
But like same family? Like two small fish, you eat the whole thing? Ugh. You eat the whole thing?
I believe, yeah. Because their bones are probably soft as anything. Well, do you eat soft shell crab?
No, I don't. That's okay. That's why, in my defense of Spencer, at least try something.
Mm-hmm. You don't like seafood.
I don't like any seafood. Like I like salmon and tuna, which do they really count as seafood? Salmon is probably more of the meat family than anything. Tuna, and I'm talking tuna fish. Don't give me no.
Hot
seared tuna. Yeah. But I don't like shrimp. Have had shrimp, don't like it. Like crab, lobster, it's a delicacy, some people tell me. Nope. Crawfish,
yeah.
Nope. None
Clams
of it.
and oysters.
Okay, hey.
Mussels.
Please, this is a Christian podcast,
and you're Irish, which is an island in the sea. And we're from the coast.
I love potatoes.
We're from the coast, which means probably even more
potatoes.
In your
Do you like
seaweed?
Corned beef. What?
Do you like seaweed?
No, remember I don't even know if we'll find it. We had that seaweed bottle.
We will. I know what one that was. That was Tri-Day, Royal Tri-Day or something.
Yeah. But no, none of that. But to all you who like sardines, it is sardine day. So go out and have sardines. There's not too many of them. You might be sick for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, don't do that. They don't really know the origins of the seven fishes. I know we're talking about Christmas, but who cares? And actually, it's probably the way we know it is probably more Italian American than it is Italian.
Oh.
So one of the theories is that the seven come from the seven sacraments. Now, what are the seven sacraments?
The seven sacraments are easy. When you're born, you get baptism. Then you get your first communion. No, penance. Mm-hmm. What's the other word for penance? Immaculate conception. No,
reconciliation. Or confession, right?
Yeah, well, penance is confession.
Penance, confession, reconciliation.
And then you get your communion when you're old enough to finally be a part of the church. And there's 7?
Mm-hmm. Come on, you had another one.
I had another one. Okay, I had baptism, penance, confirmation.
Mm-hmm. Communion, confirmation. Yeah. 2 C's, hard. Okay, communion, confirmation, holy matrimonies when you get married, and finally, last rites. How did you count? No.
I forgot to put my thumb up on this hand.
Oh, I was like, what is going on? You're missing 2.
Oh, okay. No, I know it. No, I'm not missing 2.
Yeah, you were missing
I'll do it again. Ready?
Okay, I got
baptism, penance, communion, confirmation, holy matrimony. This one, not everybody gets because it's a holy orders.
Right.
If you become a priest.
Right.
Or a nun. Then last rites.
Anointing of the sick. So
anointing of the sick, yeah.
Which, yeah.
Nice.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
there you don't have to eat the fish.
And have a fish for every occasion.
You don't have to eat the fish.
Yeah. But, yeah, I wonder, it's probably only a select few people that get all 7.
Yeah.
Pope Francis.
How would you get it? How would you do holy orders and matrimony?
Oh, nobody can get all 7.
Unless your husband died or your wife, and then you went into the
priesthood?
Yeah, I was trying to think of a word that wasn't limited to priesthood because you could also go into a convent.
Clergy?
You went into the clergy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're out there, if you're watching this podcast, you know, how would they be watching it? Because
I don't know.
They got sick.
They got better.
They got sick to a
miraculous.
Point, and then they were given, because that happens when you get anointed of the sick.
Absolutely.
And you are not, you don't pass away. So maybe him and his
very unique.
His wife, God rest her soul, both got sick together.
Okay.
And then both were given their last rites. He ends up surviving.
So he went to the priesthood.
And he went to the priesthood because he was already given his last rites, and he's like, well, if God still wants me to be here, I want to continue.
It had
the mission.
To have happened. If you can think it happens.
Oh, man. That's a story waiting to be told.
And happy Thanksgiving to a little place in Australia that celebrates today.
What are they celebrating Thanksgiving for?
Because they're thankful for something. I don't know. It's the last Wednesday in November? Third Wednesday? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Everyone can celebrate Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
It's an important holiday. It's the only holiday really of just purely gratitude.
Yeah.
Like you can talk about origin stories and why it's made, but It comes down to gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk about that tomorrow. We're not going to talk all about what Thanksgiving.
Oh, we're gonna film tomorrow. Should people tune in and be part of our Thanksgiving Day?
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. You know how it goes. We will be here podcasting. You can feel free to watch it before you go out to dinner. Feel good, and then get some good food after. You come home, your belt's unbuckled, your belt is unbuckled.
Yeah,
and you're like, I need to wind down to some Croak and Crow.
Yeah, just play the Croak and Crow, and don't forget when you're at Thanksgiving, talk about Croak and Crow.
Talk about us.
Because the pause is too long. It's so hard to be out of control. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you edit. So I don't have any control over like, so I just see things happening and I'm like, oh no, is this going to stay?
It's.
You do a good job.
Thank you. What stays, stays, and what goes, goes.
Yes.
But, yeah, but it's not Thursday. Is it the third Thursday or the last Thursday?
Listen. Okay? I haven't said listen since the early podcasts. I am so confused. I am not that old, but I've been going through my.
Oh, I thought I was like Jim.
Cut that out. No. I've been going through my life saying it's the third Thursday in November.
Yeah.
Like I've been saying that. I lived abroad and I was telling foreigners that.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's the last Thursday.
Why was I saying that? And I looked
I'm going to tell you why. Because 90% of the time, the third Thursday is the last Thursday. I feel like the only time that it would be the fourth Thursday, because imagine 7, 14, 21, 28. It's like.
No. I looked. The reason I said I'm not that old is because it used to be the third Thursday, but it was like World War I or something. Like some old timey president changed it for some reason. I forget why, but why was I saying it?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So like, I think it's an easily confused thing because I do still think most of the times the third Thursday is the last Thursday, unless November 1st started on a Thursday.
Right.
Right. Like, so I'm sure a lot of people know it's a Thursday at the end of November, which usually is the third and the last Thursday.
Right.
But
I think it might be my nephew's birthday. Happy birthday, Matthew.
Happy birthday, Matthew.
It just sounds right. November 24th. He was like a Thanksgiving baby. He wasn't born on Thanksgiving, I don't think.
But like some years. Like
yeah.
how I'm like a Mother's Day baby.
Like you're a Mother's Day baby.
It wasn't on Mother's Day.
So happy birthday to Matthew. Happy birthday to Tess, who was yesterday. She's also a Thanksgiving baby. And don't forget to keep in your prayers still Neve and Jill.
Neve and Jill. Yes, in your prayers. That's what Thanksgiving's all about, right?
Yeah.
Praying for those around you.
Sure.
Sure. Oh, sure. Sure.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Yeah, but guys, it's Wednesday, so let's just cut to the chase, shall we?
Yeah. Let's cut with the carving knife into the turkey into the turkey topic.
It is One Word Wednesday. By golly, it's good to be alive.
Dance.
No.
Wrong shot. Wrong day.
Wrong shot. It's Thursday. Oh wait, tomorrow's the walkthrough Thursday. Ooh, wait. Okay. Today's One Word Wednesday. That's all you need to know right now. Yeah. And what we do on One Word Wednesday is we pick a word and we just talk about it. We get some spiritual significance. We bring the Bible into it. We take the Bible out of it. We're wacky.
Wacky Wednesday.
I'm just in a silly, goofy mood. I think I'm getting hot flashes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That time of year. All right. What is our one word?
Dinner.
Dinner is served.
Dinner is served.
Dinner. Winter, chicken dinner.
Winter, turkey dinner.
Yeah, dinner. Okay. Thanksgiving. It's a big dinner holiday. It's the dinner holiday, right?
Yeah.
Like Christmas.
For Americans.
A lot of the other holidays you have dinner with the holiday, but it's not a dinner holiday.
No.
Interesting.
They're like, it definitely plays a big part, but it's not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Christmas, like what is Christmas about?
Well, Christmas dinner's famous.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But it's about presents.
It's about Jesus. It's a Christian podcast. Ay.
I thought we were doing like word association.
No.
He was our present. He's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yes. He is our past, future, and present.
Yes.
No, what I'm saying is like, so like the holiday of Christmas is Jesus' birthday,
birthday,
Christmas morning, and then because it's a holiday, you have dinner. Same thing with all the other holidays. Easter, you have Easter dinner. Where Thanksgiving is not, oh, well, Thanksgiving, you have Thanksgiving, and then you have Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
It is Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
It is.
Like New Year's Eve, all you want is for the dinner to be over, because that's when the fun and festivities start.
That's when the party starts. But yeah, dinner, I think it's an important thing. I think it's been around for a while.
Yeah. I'm sure. I think it's been around forever. Because in the very, very, very beginning, say, cave people or something, they were only probably eating the one meal a day, and that was the dinner.
Yeah.
And it was very important. It was important for survival.
Yeah.
But also for community.
Community, that's what I was going to talk about. And we get it tomorrow, right? We get it. Everyone comes together and sits at a dinner table. But I think there is a nice part of dinner, and there should be value in it, where, especially in today's day and age, now that I think about it, we're all hustling and bustling, running here and running there. And it's almost hard pressed to have those close around you be on the same page.
Right.
I'm working over at the coal mines, and you're working over as a seamstress. And it is 1924. And dinner is a time where everyone's back and they can sit down together and once again be as one.
Right.
And there's something nice in that. And food brings people together.
It does.
More than a lot of things.
Before COVID.
Stop kicking my foot.
Oh, sorry. Was that you?
You're like over my half.
Kick you again. We need a wider table. Before COVID, I feel it was even more impactful because people really were very, very drifting far apart, years and years apart. And so when you come together, like, what?
What? We're sitting together?
Last year, everyone
got dinner for a year.
Thanksgiving every day. You were forced. Actually, the Thanksgiving Day parade tomorrow in Philadelphia was not on last year.
Yeah.
So it's back on. Everyone's excited. And supply and demand. When you have it, you don't want it. When you don't have it, you want it.
Grass is always greener.
Yeah. The turkey's always browner.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think there's a value.
But we're back to doing it by choice.
We're doing it by choice, and I think it is a time, it fuels your spiritual side, right? Because we always talk about getting caught up in an earthly life, and I think it's a good time in the day to get grounded and be like, remember what it's all about. It's easy to forget about what life's about, right? Like, oh, I'm chasing them dollars, I'm chasing them biddies. But when you're having dinner with those around you, you remember what's important, and that's love and community.
And that's why I like social media. I'm serious.
And that's why I like being on Instagram at the dinner table.
I'm serious. I like social media because just think about this. I said I'm not that old, and I'm not, because that's just relative, really. But I do remember a time before social media. And at that time, I was a child surrounded by a big family. So I didn't have this experience, but I can imagine, because I knew singletons in my neighborhood. And if you're a singleton in your house on Thanksgiving, you could feel extremely isolated.
Yes.
And you could feel it's not fair because I don't have the Norman Rockwell painting. That's not happening. You'll pull it up. It's not happening in my house. I love social media because you could be a singleton and you could still be part of a community.
Yes.
You can post on Instagram. You can see other people's posts. You can really be part of, some people who are so blessed and privileged to be part of a huge family or a huge get together. Yeah. You think, oh, all these pictures of Thanksgiving. There are singletons out there.
The singleton seems so aggressive. I guess what? Yeah.
When I moved into this house, I had two neighbors.
Yeah.
Lifelong people who had never gotten married and lived their happy, fruitful lives. They referred to the older men, two separate, different neighbors. They referred to themselves as singletons, so I just picked it up.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So, I think social media is great because you're part of this national party.
Yeah.
Even though you're at home and even if you're open up your Hungry Man, like you can still be part of it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I do, like, we talk about social media a lot. We talk about the internet and its connection with spirituality is taking us away. And that was always the defense for it, is it brings so much opportunity. Like,
yeah.
Does it open doors for things like playing too much Fortnite? Yeah, but does it create a world where you can be connected even when you're not physically connected? And not to bring up the metaverse, but that was the whole argument in that podcast, was for something like Thanksgiving. It's come, like, you live in Minnesota, like, come to our Thanksgiving,
right? And
it's like you're there, and so you're being interacted with, and it makes the world smaller in a good way, I think,
and more accessible. People give away free turkeys, right?
Yeah.
And for the less privileged, and you can get you can go to a food pantry and get your cans of yams and so forth. You have to remember that some people don't have electricity or an oven or a pan or a pot, so it's not even that simple to, like,
or the time, just the time. Or the time to cook a turkey.
You're right. Or refrigeration after you've cooked, Yeah. So it's not that simple.
Yeah. Here's a turkey. See you later.
Yeah.
See you next year.
The accent. So anyway, I love social media for that. And so in the Bible. I looked up the Bible. You know the Bible.
Just the best book ever made.
I went to Bible Gateway.
Bible Gateway. One day they'll know who we are.
One day. And when we're looking up dinner, so we have 9 for dinner, but then it gets tricky because we also have supper and we also have banquet.
The last of the suppers,
right? So a bunch of different words. Are they all the same?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about banquet, but dinner, supper,
meal.
Well, the way we're talking about it is,
well, Thanksgiving's supposed to be a banquet, right? I mean, if you are thinking your classic,
really,
like the Norman Rockwell, a banquet, isn't it?
I don't know this painting, and I don't know until I'm editing.
You do. Okay, so it's the
dogs.
Is it the mom? No, she has the big turkey. Is it either the mom or the dad, and everyone's sitting around the table looking at her?
Nah.
It's
like from like the 50s.
Yeah.
Okay, she has like an apron on.
Probably.
Red hair or brown hair?
I don't know if she has brown hair, but they literally even you never watched Modern Family?
No.
They actually, was it Modern Family? I think so. Yeah, they reproduced it with all the characters.
Yeah.
But that was a banquet, but who cares?
Well, no. So I'm going to stick with, I'm not going to do banquet, and here's why.
Okay.
When I'm talking about dinner, I'm talking about like I feel like with a banquet there's more to celebrate than what's going on at the table. You know what I mean?
Dinner just sounds so small. It like
the Last Supper. How many people were at the Last Supper?
That's a supper.
That was what, 13? 12 disciples and Jesus?
And the photographer.
That's about as much as going to be at our Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So we're sticking banquet. I imagine like a banquet hall where like
true
you're celebrating. Like I'm going to talk about the dinner. Let's talk about the Last Supper.
The Last Supper.
Last Supper. Jesus knew that he was going to be
leaving his
apostles and being taken and fulfilling the prophecy of his death and crucifixion.
Right.
And he goes there, he does the whole, one of you will betray me. They're all like, what, who? And then he breaks bread with them and says, this is my body, this is my blood. And we have that now as one of our sacraments as communion.
Yeah.
So there's a couple takeaways from that one. Just the story itself and the communion and the sacrifice of Jesus is enough of a talking point. But we are now bringing this back to us as humans. And we're talking about dinner. We're like, we can talk about the Last Supper by itself in a biblical sense.
Right.
But as a dinner, I think there is such an imagery or importance of all of them. They had such their good times together.
Right.
Right. And they were on a mission. They loved each other.
Right.
And they all came together this like one last time.
Right.
In the same place. And Jesus was obviously saying, "This is it." Like,
right.
and celebrate this time with me. Like I'll always be with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is a certain like aspect of, I don't mean go to every dinner and think this is the last time we're ever going to sit at this table, but I think a little more of an appreciation can be made with moments like that, when you are sitting with the people around you, and it's like you cherish those moments,
right?
Because we live in a pretty wacky, wavy world, and we've seen that in the last year. But there's such an importance in that, which was just pure community,
right?
Sharing, food, and being with those you love, and you never know when it's going to be your last. Was that depressing?
I find.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe like
it's hard for me to live like that.
No, okay. I don't mean.
Because I do find it depressing when you know what I mean? Like, let's take a photo, guys, because we don't know when we'll be together again.
No, okay. I see what you're saying, and I'm hearing myself say it. But what I'm saying is like is cherish the same as you don't know when it's going to be your last? It's just you can cherish every moment.
All of these words are too stressful for me. Oh, it's very hard for me to get so much out of something. So I get stressed out, right? So it's like, cherish this time with your kids. They're growing. Cherish this Thanksgiving because grandma will die. Do you realize the importance of watching her graduate? Like, it's all so much, and it's all not there. Like, I can't hold it and I can't grab it. So when people tell me, cherish it, you don't know when you'll lose it, I get stressed out.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Is that better?
I hope so.
No. Okay. Well, I know. I see where I'm huffing and puffing because I'm hearing what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to fix it. But I guess what I'm saying is it just brings. It shows just so many great aspects of life.
Yes.
And it shows how dinner is one of them.
Yes.
And there's a difference of, looking up and seeing, like walking on a trail on a spring day without being like, I need to cherish this because it's going to be cold soon.
Right.
And you can enjoy it. Like,
yes.
When I go in the spring, I go on a walk every morning, and now, the leaves are pretty much gone away.
Right.
Back in the spring, I was looking up, and it did feel good to feel the weather and stuff.
Right.
And I was just looking around, enjoying it, hearing the creek. And I hear what you're saying. It's like grasping at nothing.
Right.
When it's like, it's going to be gone. It's going to be cold. Like there's going to be no leaves. And I agree. It'll never. I wouldn't be able to even enjoy it that much. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like feel the warmth more?
Right.
But you enjoy the good times.
Yeah, just let it flow.
Let it flow.
Just let it flow. Don't try to catch it.
Yeah, don't try to catch it. Just it's like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it when it's in the sky.
This Buddhist teacher, I was at some talk he was doing, and he was talking about those good times that you have, and even though you can't catch them or hold on to them, you can use them as energy at other times. Yeah. So like how you said, you can, and like it's just so tricky. Like to remember is not, you don't want to live in the past, but also you can use it. Yeah. Like, like a little happy place. Like, right. Like when yeah. And don't mourn for it. Like, exactly. Oh, grandpa's not with us. Because first of all, he will be again. No matter what you lose, because you are going to heaven. So you could also think that, like, this is so great and this is so wonderful. And just think in heaven, this will be forever. You know? Yeah. No, I think, let's look, just to go back to like the walking analogy. I think, cherish is not the greatest word. I think enjoy is better because it's like you have to ask yourself, like, what are you enjoying? Like, oh, well, life, like the world's beautiful. Love, right? Mm-hmm. And what that moment encapsulates, what smallest dinner with one person or 20 people is love. We say it's all through the Bible, and so to try to cherish it or act like it's fleeting. Correct is it's not that one moment. Every moment is not the same. It's like water, no, like you'll never drink the same water. Is that whatever? Step in the same river. You'll never step in the same river. There will be another moment of love, and if anything, to finish up, is that not what Jesus was saying? Right. Like I just said, cherish the moments. You don't know what's going to be your last. That's not what Jesus was saying. I'm talking. He said, "I am going away," and they're like, "No, you can't leave us." Right. And then what did he do? They wanted to hold on to it, and then he said,
I'm not going anywhere. Right. This is my body. This is my blood.
Right.
That moment we still do to this day. So that supper still ain't over.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's right.
So no moment is lost. Enjoy the moments that you have.
And you just watched us work through that in real time.
Record time. I need to go eat some 7 fishes. I don't care that it's not Christmas.
Yeah, that's fine.
But guys, if you go out tonight, be safe. If you are going to watch us tomorrow, either you'll see us before, or if you are going to watch us after, then happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Peace. 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 Peace.